Good morning. Time to make the coffee. Today's high is going to be 75 and sunny. Last day of September. I've come to the conclusion that September is my favorite month of the year. It's a little summer, a little fall, all kind of wrapped up into one month. Perfect. So one thing I'm going to miss when the frost comes in and does everything in the garden are my little tiny flower bouquets. I've gotten so much joy out of them for the whole summer, and I'm going to miss those. So I'll have to come up with something for the early winter. These will probably still bloom for a while yet. But the thing I like about zinnias and marigolds is the flowers last a long time. So the seasons pass and we're all getting older and wiser, right? So I want to welcome all my new subscribers to Ellen's Abundant Life on Less. Here in this channel, I try to live abundantly on the income that I have coming in. And it's not always about scrimping and saving. It's about living abundantly too. So whatever that means to you, whether it's doing crafting, going on trips, whatever your thing is, that's what you should do. We can't always just scrimp, scrimp, scrimp. That's not fun. So we should have fun with our life too. You know, if you have fun in scrimping and saving, well, that's good too. Some people enjoy that. And some people enjoy spending their money. It gets to be problematic when you go over the amount that comes in. At least that's my opinion. You may not have the same opinion, but that's okay. Whatever your shtick is fine with me. So let's taste the coffee. Cheers. Ah, yes. Very good. My two puppies. Lizzie's having her breakfast again. Bandit's waiting patiently, although I think he's just watching her eat. Excuse my floor cleaner here. I really should find a better place for that, but it kind of lives there. Oh, there he goes. Oh, he's just going to clean the carpet. You going to eat food, buddy? No, I'm just going to clean up the crumbs. Okay, good job, bud. Don't want breakfast yet. I'll just lick the bowl. Okay. Hey, for those of you that don't know, I want to tell you about these garden gloves right there. I keep those handy because they have the grip hands, and I use those to open jars. Works great. It works much better than those little tiny pads you get. You can buy those. The gloves work much better, much, much better. So today I have to finish my laundry, put some things away from my Costco shop. Those things I store in the garage in a container. So, all right, I guess he is going to eat his breakfast. But yeah, get yourself some Dollar Tree gloves, the kind with the rubberized palms. Works great. All right, back to the coffee. Not much more to say about that. My little decorations here I got a while back at the Dollar Tree. I don't spend much on seasonal decorations anymore unless I see something that's really, really cute, because I am trying to tighten the belt for a while now so that I can pay off some bills. So, but I still plan on living abundantly, as best I can within my income. All right, speaking of incomes, I will meet you at the budget book, and we'll see how I did yesterday on my no spend. All right, so here we are at the budget book again. I got a little bit ahead of myself yesterday. I didn't spend any money, so yay me. And today is the last day of September, so I don't plan on spending any money today either. So I think I did pretty well in September as far as not spending a whole lot of money on anything other than food and dog food. And I did buy my dogs treats, but I do spend quite a bit on my dogs, as much as I can afford. So but I'm planning on continuing the no-low spend to the end of the year anyway. Because when you're living on a low income, you really have to kind of pick and choose where you want to be frugal. So I think your food budget is a good place to either spend more when you have the money and buy extras for your prepper stash, or when you don't have the money, cut back, don't spend so much, figure out ways, creative ways to use your food and use up every bit of your food, and those are the times where you use your prepper pantry. So it kind of goes back and forth between the two, and I eat very well. I really do. I'm not a huge eater. I used to eat way more when I was younger, but my metabolism was way more efficient than it is now. And I fill up much quicker than I used to because I wasn't burning as many calories. So anyway, today I'm going to have a chat about what frugality means to me. Now, the name of my channel is Ellen's Abundant Life on Less. It's not Ellen's Frugal Life on Less. So I have had to change my lifestyle a lot because of inflation. My income is fixed. It is what it is. So I have to stretch my money more now than when I used to. So along with that, I own my own house. I own a car, which I'm still paying off. I'm trying to pay it off. I don't owe that much more on it, so it's not something that I'm going to sell. I don't want to downsize my house. And some people might think, well, that's not very frugal. And that's okay. You know, you can think that way. But for me, those two things are important. In my life, I need a very reliable car. I have a very elderly mother that I have to be ready if she needs me. I have to be able to get to her. I don't drive a whole lot, but I don't want to miss out on family and friends, and I don't always want to call my family to say, hey, can you give me a ride here, or can you give me a ride there? So I need a reliable car. So the car I bought it in 2019, and it was a salvaged car. It was a new car, not new, but it didn't have very many miles on it, and it was a salvaged car. So it was a very good buy at the time. I think I paid like $17,500 for it, which for a brand new car is pretty much a good deal. So I'm not getting rid of my car. That would be really dumb because I don't have that much longer to pay on it. So having a reliable car is very important in my life. And my home is paid for. So even though I have to pay taxes, and of course now I have to pay a lot of home repairs, that's the downside of having your own home. But, you know, I have taxes, I have HOA fees, house insurance. So really, by the time you add all those things up, it would probably be equal to or less than if I rented somewhere. Plus, I have 3 dogs, so living in an apartment is not an option for me because my dogs are also very important in my life and they're not going anywhere. So I have it pretty much set up so they're comfortable and I'm comfortable and I don't want to move. So anyway, whatever your idea of frugal is how you should live your life. And that's what I want to continue to do. So anyway, like I said, I want to continue this no-low spend till the end of the year. I'm hoping that I can get most of the repairs paid for. My window will be paid for. I did save up the money that I did from no spends, low spends, so I can pay for the window. The roof, that's just going to have to be financed because that's $12,000. That's a big chunk of money. So, and I don't know about, you know, sometimes even if you have some retirement savings, you have to weigh the options. Do you want to take a chunk of money like that out of your savings? Because we don't know how long we're going to live, and especially if you have a retirement savings and you get maybe a few dividends or something from that, you might not want to take the cash out. You know, there's different scenarios for everybody. And I think we're all trying to get through this life the best we can. So anyway, I'll be back in a little while and we'll talk a little bit more about that, what my thoughts are. And we'll go on from there. All right, so I'm going to enjoy my coffee first, and then I'll be back. I thought I'd come on this morning and finish up my coffee with you guys, so cheers. So today, I just wanted to have a little bit of a chat about what frugality and being frugal means to me. Now, all of us have a different idea of that. Some people, they just don't allow themselves much of anything in the way of luxuries. And by luxuries, I mean things like vacations, TV subscriptions, buying books, buying anything that really a lot of us would find pleasurable. Some people are so frugal that they don't spend any money on any of that. And I think a lot of people get pleasure that are wired that way, actually get pleasure out of not spending. So whether that's building a savings account or just watching their money grow however they do it. So that's one way people can be frugal. I'm not in that category. I don't scrimp and save every penny. I sort of go by life circumstances, and I pick and choose those things that I want to be frugal in and those things that I want to allow myself a little bit of extra wiggle room because of the things that give me pleasure, and some of those I don't totally want to give up. So I try and find the cheapest way possible to still be able to do that and not put myself into debt. So I've had debt off and on. I've been debt-free off and on. So I've been on both sides of the spectrum, I guess you could say. But because my channel is called Ellen's Abundant Life on Less, I like to find ways to get those things that give me pleasure at the cheapest rate that I can find it. So if that means, now I don't go on vacations. I have in the past. I've had some wonderful vacations, but I just don't have a desire to do that anymore. But let's say I wanted to go on a vacation. I would probably find the cheapest way to get there and the cheapest thing that, let's say I wanted to go to an all-inclusive somewhere. And I would look for the cheapest deal that I could find and go with that. And then if it meant driving there or flying there, I would fly on the days where it's the cheapest to fly. Maybe that would be a red-eye flight or, whatever. Just finding the cheapest way to do it. But if I liked vacationing, that's what I would do. So a lot of us nowadays have had to give up some of our pleasures, but I think there's ways that you can still do that and have an abundant and joyful life. You can find some free things that are maybe similar to what you like to do. If you're a crafter, a lot of times people are downsizing their houses and they want to get rid of all their crafting things. You might find something on Marketplace or FreeCycle or any of those things, or even some of the stores, they have some really good deals sometimes on crafting things that they want to get rid of. So you can still do what it is you want to do, but you can do it the cheapest way possible. Now, I used to do hauls on this channel. If you'll check back, there's several videos that I've done with hauls of things I've found, whether that was from Dollar Tree or Mark's or wherever I shopped. But even with hauls, I always shopped in stores where, like discount stores. So that enabled me to buy the things that I wanted, but at a much cheaper price. So to me, that's frugal. Not going to real high-end stores, whether that's a furniture store or a clothing store or a crafting store. I always shop the discount stores. And I wish we would get more of them, and you can shop in, of course, thrift stores. Everybody knows that. Again, you can go to FreeCycle, you can go to check in your community, all the places where you can go. So you don't really have to give that up either. If you want to spend more time with family and friends, either have them to your house or find a less expensive restaurant if that's what you do, and maybe have breakfast instead of dinner, or have a senior special lunch. Dinners are always expensive, so even fast food now, it's ridiculous what you pay for just a burger and fries and a soft drink. It's just really, you might as well go have a sit-down meal somewhere earlier in the day. Sometimes ARP or like we have senior Buckeye cards, you get a little bit of a discount if you're a senior. So use all that stuff, but it doesn't mean you totally have to give it up. Maybe if you used to go out every week and meet your friends, maybe cut back to every 2 weeks or once a month, whatever you can afford. My whole objective at this point in time, and there's a lot of factors that are impacting my frugality journey. And right now, I've talked about this before, but for those people that are new, Right now, the economy is out of control. No matter what you buy, whether it's a service or food or a washer or a dryer or whatever it is that you need to buy, we need to get the money somewhere if you're on a fixed income. So you have to kind of pick and choose what you want to spend money on or can spend money on and what not. So for me right now, I can't afford to do a lot of hauls that maybe I would have liked to do, like if I spent $10, $20 at the Dollar Tree. I really can't do that at this point in time, because that $10, $20 can go to paying for a service for a home repair that I need to do. And that's how I saved up for my new window, which, and some people might say, you don't really need a new window, it's not a necessity. Well, yes it is, because I cannot even look out my window, and the HOA people will send a nasty gram to you to fix up whatever it is that's wrong with your house. And that's fine, because it keeps my neighborhood looking decent, so there aren't any dilapidated houses in the neighborhood. But that requires money. So for me, right now, my main objectives are, as far as my journey with frugality, is to pay off my car, to pay off a $2,500 consolidated loan that I took. I had some credit card debt that I wanted to pay, plus I had to put $1,200 on that loan, because it has a credit card that comes with it, to have some trees taken down. So I want to get that paid off, and I want to get both of those things paid off within a year. So, and then of course, I'm saving now to pay the handyman that I hired that's going to be doing some jobs for me come this October. So right now, even though I'd love to go to Dollar Tree and do a little haul, or, just do something fun like that, it's not in the cards. I just have to be frugal in that area. That money needs to be allocated somewhere else. So, no, I don't want to live my whole life, although if things don't change, I may have to, but I don't want to live my whole life pinching every single penny. I can penny pinch when I have to. But, if I had a little bit extra cash, I might go out to lunch with a friend or a family member once a week. But I really haven't even done that in a long time, actually. If I have lunch, it's usually I'll go to my daughter's and I'll have lunch and coffee with her at her house. I really don't have too many people over because my dogs get overly excited, and not everybody's as enthusiastic about dogs as I am. So if I do meet up with a friend, it's usually somewhere, but I have control over what I buy. So I don't have to buy a $20 meal and pick a restaurant where I'm going to spend $20. I can go to Mom and Pop's restaurant where maybe I can spend, $10 or $15, whatever. So anyway, I just wanted to talk a little bit about what frugality means to me, and not totally giving up joy. I mean, sometimes, people are so frugal and so worried about spending money. I don't see where they have a whole lot of joy other than that in their life. So, but like I said, some people get joy out of doing that, which is fine too. So anyway, that's what I wanted to talk about today. Let me know what frugal means to you in the comments below, and whatever it is, that's what it is. And like I said, we all have our own ideas of what frugal is, what gives us joy. You can suggest some free things that you like to do that give you joy that maybe the rest of us might get some joy out of too. And just share some thoughts. All right, well, I'll be back later. I do need to cook something, but I'm not sure what. So, all right, I'll be back. This morning's brunch, using up what I have on hand. I have a ripe banana, a small egg, some honey, some soy milk, use any milk you have, and a pinch of salt. I'm going to make some banana crepes, and I'm going to use this little crepe maker that I got on Amazon a while back. I love this thing. It makes making crepes so easy. So that's what's for brunch, and I'm just going to put all this in my little blender. Don't over blend it. It'll be too tough, but I don't want chunks of banana. So, and then I'm going to make a thin batter, and I may need to add some water or some more milk, but you want it to be a little bit on the runny side, not too runny. But anyway, that's what's for brunch today. All right, so here I have about 3/4 of a cup of flour. This isn't an exact science. I may need to add more flour, but this is the banana, the honey, the egg, a pinch of salt, all mixed up, and I'm going to add that to the flour. And then I'll see how thick I need to make the batter. You want it like a runny batter, but not so much that it doesn't hold together. So I may need to add some flour to this, or I may need to add some more milk. You can also use half milk and half water. So I'm going to go ahead and mix this up until I get it to the consistency that I want. Okay, so this is about the consistency you want, and you don't want lumps in there. Some people like to let it sit and then thin it out a little bit, but I'm going to call this good, and I'm going to make some crepes for breakfast. So I'm going to go ahead and fry those up, and I'll be back. These are the crepes. They look great. I had a little tiny bit of Hershey's spread in there. This is empty now. I wanted to use that up. And I'm going to use this peanut butter, and I'm going to have chocolate peanut butter crepes. So just using up what I have, using it all up, including a soft mushy banana. So I'm going to put this all together. Right, well, here's this morning's breakfast, using up what I have. I put a little bit of chocolate syrup on there, peanut butter, and Hershey's chocolate Nutella spread inside. And then I got this bourbon caramel Friendly Farm whipped dairy topping at Aldi's the last time I went shopping. It's pretty good. So I think that looks delicious. So let me give this a taste. Hopefully it's good. So even if you have simple ingredients, you can make yourself a nice meal. This would be good for company too. These are still hot, so the whipped cream is melting. There we go. So here it is. That's very rich, very decadent, very good. And you can stuff these with anything. Fruit, jelly, jam, fruit compote. You can make them with, stuff them with more banana, yogurt, whatever. All right, I'm going to go enjoy these. And then I have 3 crepes left for another meal. So there we go. Cheap, quick, easy breakfast. Well, here I am back in my chair with a cup of tea. Cheers. So, I guess this leg thing can take a couple weeks to clear up. So I can only do so much, and then I've got to go put my leg up, and I think this can get real old real quick, but it's okay. I'll just do what I have to do. So I'm making some lentil soup for dinner. I have all those veggies from the garden and that big huge bag of carrots I got for $1 at Mark's when I went shopping. I have potatoes. I'm going to put potatoes in there, some green onions, some tomatoes. What else? I have some little tiny eggplants. I'm going to cut those up, stick some of that in, just kind of a all through the garden lentil soup. That sounded really good to me this morning. So that's what I'm going to put together for dinner. So that's all I have for you today, my friends. So I want to wish you abundant blessings. I love you guys. Be good to yourself, be good to others. God bless you, and I'll see you next time. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe, comment, and like. It helps my channel grow. Thanks for watching.